What's up, everyone? Welcome to another beautiful Saturday morning with the usual suspects, minus one. Miss CHAREECE couldn't be here with us today, and we miss her. Hopefully, we'll be able to play some games. Yeah, because she would title of this show this week is Community Midweek, because after the last couple weeks, it has been pretty dry out there. So we're gonna talk and chat, and hopefully the chat that's here with us will add some things for us to talk about as well. But let's get into the regular rigmarole. Ladies, introduce yourselves and what have you been playing? And I'll start with Miss Lady, who's right below me.
Dang, why? I'm first again.
Well, I wasn't here last week, so.
Oh man, I'm first again. Okay. Good morning / afternoon, everyone. This is me, Lady Infamous 415. You guys already know. We've been playing Call of Duty before it got super broke. They have, new maps, new shit, new skins, basic multiplayer type of things. Now, I've been focusing, the majority of my play was ranked Resurgence. And I don't know what it was, maybe because I'm more familiar with Resurgence versus VR and it's ranked. And, you try to level up. And, I played a few games with Stitch and Wolf and I was like, oh, I got bit. So I did play a good portion of that. I think I'm gold 3 now, so I'm almost a platinum on rank Resurgence, which I'm very proud of that because I think I got further in rank on Resurgence than I did in like multiplayer. I think the highest I got maybe was gold 1, So it is not all about winning the game. It's all about accumulating the points to win. So, yes, you win, you get 100 points. But in between you and those 100 points, every kill is 5 points. Every assist is 3 points. Things like that. You do contracts to get more points added to your SR, and that goes towards. And then your placement as well. If you place top 5, you eaten. It don't. As long as you and there's a deployment fee. So for me, it's 28 points SR. That's my get into play fee. And there's a death fee, which is minus 4 or 5 points here and there. But you got to make that back so you can be even and above. So you got to kill people. You got to do contracts. You got to get assists.
That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah. And, teammates be stacking and people don't like that. I don't care. We stacking triple doubles and Wendy's. You know what I mean? Because those are points. And the remainder of my time is Helldivers 2. They opened up yesterday. It was the smoothest. There was little, I lagged out a couple of times on some quick play matches, but it was not a problem for me to get get in the game. I wasn't queued up. I wasn't on a rotation or nothing like that.
Wasn't 40 minutes.
It wasn't 40 minutes. It was less than a minute.
I have it as a tidbit, but we can go in a little deeper a little later about Helldivers. But
if I'm not the pro rank or pro master of Helldivers. But if there's one thing I could tell y'all to do, if you want to level up faster, if you're by yourself or with your team, you gotta do the higher difficulties. That's the only way. It's going to be a struggle. Y'all can talk about what's what stringence you want for your mission. But the higher level you go, the more XP, the more experience you get, and they'll level you up even faster. I saw the difference between 4 and 7, and I was hooked.
Yeah, because you're getting much more of the war bonds and everything at the end, much more XP. So
more samples. Yeah, more samples.
It may be an easier run to be lower, right?
Yeah, but you won't get the points. You won't get you're moving the needle very slow, and I'm like, oh, this is what I had to do. So it clicked in me. So I played by myself. Because CHAREECE, shout out to CHAREECE, because she was on the stream. She said, "Oh, you can't do no run on your own." So I did one. I did a run on my own, all by myself.
So she was baiting you.
Yeah, she did. She baited me. She baited me. So, the automatrons, they still kicking motherfucking ass. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I don't care what level you on. Mm-hmm. They are beating you silly.
Those are the bots, right?
The Terminator squad. The Terminators.
It's like Terminators and Star Wars, because they have these type things the Terminators will ride. And be shooting at you.
Attack of the Machines, basically.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Level 7, suicide mission. You know those bugs that we fight on 4? They just roaming free. You know, there's one over here and one over there where we played that last
big ones?
Yes. Level 7, they roaming.
Okay.
They roaming.
Wait. Let's keep going, because we about to start going deep.
It's gonna be Helldivers 2.
Right.
That's it. That's all I've been playing.
Let's see, Miss Delilah.
Yeah. Okay. So for me, as you all know, I mentioned it last week, but I've been playing Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden. I'm at the second boss.
Oh yes, I said I needed to start that one because I saw it came out. This is the one we all said that we liked. When it showed, right?
Yeah. So like I was talking about last week, I mean, it's a love story, first of all. And so you're playing against this couple, and you know, you're banishers, you're ghost hunters. And something happens, and so you kind of got to play through the world and try to figure out and uncover, like, you know, how you're going to help this person or help your wife or whatever. And it has like consequences. So it reminds me of a mix of it's like an action game like God of War, but it has that Life is Strange kind of storytelling intertwined in it. So every choice you make, everything you do in the game has a consequence. It has 5 endings, and so, like, you know, you kind of plan through. So everything, you know, it's repercussions for everything you do, and like the abilities you unlock, whole 9, everything all intertwined. Great game, great storytelling so far. Very dark in tone, so you gotta it's mentally draining. And so I'll leave it there because I don't want to spoil that game. Like, I'm only on the second boss. And the other game that I've played, which I played this morning, a little bit last night, was Final Fantasy 14 beta.
Oh man!
CHAREECE played some of that, right?
Yeah. I saw she played some. I want to know what world she's in, so we can maybe link up. But I don't know. I probably picked the wrong server.
She seemed like she was upset with it.
Yeah,
it is so old. It's so old school. It's old school MMO for real. Like, very fetchy. Go do this, go do that. Like, go grab 5 of these. Go talk to this person. Like, it's super fetchy. Fetchy.
She was specific. She said, go grab 5 of these.
Yeah, it's that's how it is. Old school MMO.
Oh man.
I mean, it's there's no voiceover, you know, for the character. It's old, you know. None of the characters are voiced. All the cutscenes are, I don't know how else to say other than it's old school. Yeah. But it's Final Fantasy, so you get, like, you do the little chocobo things, and you know, you can send your friends gifts, and it has all of that built into it.
You made it sound like it was like a bootleg version. Remember when we played the Elder Scrolls online game together?
Yeah, but it's not even like that.
Remember, like, it's because we all like playing Skyrim, but when we actually played the online, it was different than what it was.
Yeah, because the online is very different from Skyrim. Like, you can't, like, Elder Scrolls Online and Skyrim, they're just different games to me.
Can you say that Final Fantasy 14 online is similar or different from, like,
it's different? I mean, it's a MMO. I mean, it's not like, you know, it's not turn-based combat. You know, it's real-time combat, but it's that whole auto, like, you press the button and auto attacks, and it's MMO. Like,
it sounds like a no for her.
But you know what? I mean, but that game is addicting. It's a time suck, okay? Because I started playing it, and then, like, I'm already level 11, so I wouldn't necessarily say that it's a no for me, because it taps into those endorphins. Like, it's really like,
give you the flashes of light,
and then every item you get upgrades your character, and then, like, you gotta add, like, you know, you upgrade certain things, and I mean, It knows what it's doing, and that's why it's been popular for so long. I mean, it has like 7 expansions. I think it's been around forever and a day, and so this is really kind of important because of the fact that it's finally hitting Xbox after all this time. And this game was promised to Xbox fans years ago. I mean, years upon years ago. So it's good that this is finally getting done or whatever. So it was cool. I mean, the world's big. It took me a while to kind of get the controls because, like, playing on Xbox, so I'm playing it through controller. That game is normally played on like PC. And so, you have your move sets, you have to cycle, you're on the triggers and stuff to go between you, like how you play Diablo and you got all the different face buttons to incorporate that's assigned to an attack. It's kind of like that on the controller. Like you press the trigger, you get a hold of another set of attacks and They need to learn from what Diablo is doing because there's just some wonkiness with controller. And I think Diablo does a great job of incorporating controller. So now that I'm used to playing Diablo, like it's like, okay, why y'all didn't do this? Like, why y'all didn't add this feature? But go ahead. What you was gonna say?
Well, I didn't want to cut you off, so then I stopped. But go ahead and finish.
But all in all, I mean, it's entertaining. I mean, you right away, I jumped in I said, I'm not going to play around with this game. I was going to see how far I can get on this little beta. And I jumped into like because I'm an archer. So I would jump into the archery guild, start leveling up that set of stuff, learning how to kind of enchant certain things and joining groups and all that. There was a lot of people playing too, which was I couldn't tell whether it was people just only on Xbox or whether it's PC because this game is like cross play. So I don't know if all the people I was seeing online was just console, but it still it was a lot of people in there, and a lot of people were just teaming up to go into the world events and stuff like that, and that was fun. Like the world events was cool because you're fighting like these a set of enemies throughout the world and stuff. So it has its moments, but like I said, it's like when you go back, like Boogie always says that she ain't going back. That's what it feels like. I feel like I'm going back.
I know, like you guys are talking about it, and I'm like, I'm letting it happen because I got to, but I'm just like,
yeah. I mean, it's tough, right? Because it's like the graphics, they behind, everything's behind. We're so used now to playing all these modern games where everything's voiced and everything has that level, like a different level of polish on it. It's hard to kind of go back. I feel like I'm playing which literally I am playing a classic, like old school 360 game, 2000, early 2000s kind of thing, mid 2000s. I think it was mid 2000s. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. But I enjoyed my time with it. Like I said, I put enough to put significant dent in it. Like I said, I'm a level 11, and yeah. I mean, like I said, I want to play it. Like it's because, like I said, it knows what it's doing. It makes me want, like, I desire to go and be like, okay, I want to get this level. Like I want to progress. But I mean, the flaws and the problems that it have is very glaring too. So, but that's it.
All right.
That's all I've been playing.
So for me, it was basically all Helldivers until last night, and I played Gigantic with Jizzle.
Gigantic is back.
So it sounds like they're bringing it back. I had problems with the beta, and it's probably because I've gotten so tired of Overwatch, so like my problems, I don't like have time for the problems, I guess, in Gigantic.
Is it that formula, or you just tired of that formula kind of?
So yeah, because I want to, like, at this point, I just want to play the game to see what all they're going to have in the game.
Right. Because
the beta, you're limited to what you can play. And then I was telling Lady before we started, it was like we kept getting the same map over and over. Like the majority of the time we played one map. And then like we played another map maybe twice and another map.
Do you know how many maps it is? Like, I thought that was the only problem in that game. Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right now. And then they're supposed to be getting Yeah, they're supposed to be doing another map or 2 maps, I think Jizzle said, when they bring out the games. Like I said, I'm like tired of all the betas, all the like testing and stuff. Like I just want to like play the game to see how the game is, because then I can like have a better opinion on if I don't like the game or not, right? Because playing the same mode all the time gets very tedious to me.
Yeah.
I think that's why I'm attracted to Helldivers so much.
Yeah, Helldivers is legit fun.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. Each time you land somewhere, it's different. It's not even it's they have a good rotation of like these little sections of maps, you know, that they have, and they'll have different points of interest on each map. So on each map, even though you're going to the same map on the same planet, there will be different objectives. So you're doing different things on that map, you know? So you're not going to the same places. You're going to a different objective in a different part of the map. So it's cool. It doesn't get... Yeah.
I guess the question I have, do you think, because Helldivers 2, I mean, it's definitely got a lot of steam behind it right now. Do you think it has lasting power?
Well, I think it depends on how they continue to grow the game, right?
Sure.
So right now they have a little bit of a story. It's definitely like, what is it called? Starship Troopers. But yeah, wait. We're doing it again.
What?
We're like going too deep into Helldivers.
Yeah. Going back into Helldivers. Well, you mentioned it though, but I was curious about that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I do. I mean, it has potential. It has a ton of potential. But yeah, I'll try to remember to ask me again when we get to it.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
Let me write down my question.
You're gonna write down your question. Good. Okay, so the first one that I wanted to talk about was that Xbox came out and they said, we're going to continue to support physical media here. And that has been like, I don't know, I feel like I see it everywhere right now, that people are worried that, you know, physical media is dying. We know that Best Buy are taking down their shelves. I think it's the end of an era for sure, but how many eras have we ended already? You know, like, does it necessarily mean that it's a bad thing, or is it just that we just have to take certain steps to make sure that we preserve the fact that this was an era?
Okay.
Whoever wants to go. Yeah,
I would. Okay, I'll give you 2 examples of the fall of physical media. You got Blockbuster Video and you got Hollywood Video. They were both back in the days before it was all about digital. It was physical. We had to get our games there. We had to get our videos there. You know what I mean? Movie night, you know, sleep overnight is where is that right there in those physical places. Now we have the convenience of digital media, and I think it stems from like cost of producing a physical item and selling that physical item versus the profits of a digital item. I think that you're right, LBOOGIE. It's going to be an end of an era. It's going to be one day. I hate to say it. It's going to be one day that we will not have physical anymore. And I understand that, you know, the purists want their physical media and they want to keep it there, and that's fine. But eventually it's going to be digital only. And I'm personally, if it's not like a special edition of a specific game with the actual physical game, then I don't think I'm going to be worried about getting anything physical at any point in time or in the near future. It's just a convenience for me. I gotta catch 2 buses to go to GameStop to get a physical. Well, all I gotta do is just put it in my bank card and go get it digital. Right. That's the convenience, you know, for me.
And how are you, Delilah?
What do you mean?
What do you think about physical media, the trend for physical media, and Xbox saying, you know, we're going to continue to support the customers' demand for it? I want to
think
say
it's
that just because it's very specific in how he says it, right? Like,
yeah, I think it's because that's just exactly what it is. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of people, you can tell by the sales trends. A lot of people have been converting to digital. I mean, even I look at my own library and it's like I'm pretty much there on every console that I own. You know, on every console. It's convenient. And for a while, I was buying a lot of physical media for PlayStation, just because I don't want to give them any kind of financial anything associated with me on that platform.
Right.
And also just for my husband can also play the games. That's the only way we can kind of technically game share is through.
Exactly.
It's best to like here's the game. You know, physically walk over and be like, here the game. You know, but because it's not the same as it is on Xbox. But I've been there for a while, and so I think it's gonna be one of those things to where it's gonna be great, and maybe it'll do one of those things like somebody in the chat mentioned about CDs and records coming back. Maybe one of those things that we see come back over time, but for right now, it's kind of one of those things like DVDs, Blu-rays, like it's starting to just kind of fade to black, which is unfortunate.
Right.
It's kind of is what it is, you know.
Yeah, because for a while, like, and some people probably don't even know, but like for a while, Laserdisc were like the thing for movies, for media. Like, you know, it was hyped up like that was going to be the next big thing, and then it just fizzled out because DVDs came out. You know, so I think this is just the cloud and digital media is just the next evolution to what we've been doing. You know. But I did find it interesting in the article, if you read, that they say that, and just so I don't misquote or anything like that, where am I? Down here. Gaming consoles themselves have kind of become the last consumer electronic device that has a drive. This is a real issue in terms of the number of manufacturers that are actually building drives and the cost associated with those. To me, that is saying that there could be a time where it's just not going to be cost effective for them to put drives in the device, or it's going to make the device more expensive, much more expensive, right? To build, which
I
then
can't help but think about over
more,
10 years ago, over 10 years ago, 11 years ago, Microsoft was just ahead of the time on this, and people weren't ready, and it's like one of those things to where here we are, you know, and now here we are. So, I just, you know, I think people just need to prepare themselves. I mean, I used to be one of those too. Like didn't want to transition to digital. I wanted to have my physical library. It took me moving 2 times to realize I don't want to carry all this. I'm not trying to haul all this from state to state.
And why are we trying to hold on to things so tight? Like,
okay, you know what? I
game preservation. Game preservation. That's the only reason.
Okay. Right. And that's fine. Like, I think there's totally a place for that. Like, have the museums, have the preservation, have that type of stuff. But as far as like regular people feeling the need to like, I have to have it. Like, you know.
Okay, I feel y'all when you said, why do we keep it? I am looking at 6 PS4 games and 3 Xbox One games over there, looking like this is what happens when you transition from physical to digital. When you have the convenience of
paperweight now.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
most of mine are in a drawer in here. Like, y'all just in the way. Like, these are just
taking up space.
Yeah.
You know what, ma'am? You're absolutely right. I'm about to donate these games.
Right. Like, the ones I might want to keep are these still.
Yeah, the still boxes. I'm keeping the still boxes.
I ain't got man one still box in there. They can all go. They all getting donated.
My still box though. I think I pay for that. I'm keeping those.
The still boxes are different.
You pay for the game.
I pay for the box too. It costs a little more.
Yeah. So Delilah she wants still box with codes inside.
Oh yeah. The art to me is, and the art on the outside of the still boxes are always awesome.
I feel like that would actually be the niche for physical media, right? Like if they did more still boxes and just put the codes inside.
I mean, now this one thing I think they continue to do is like Like you said, with the step-by-steps, I love that. And also with the collector's editions, how you have like the little statue and sometimes a little item. Like, continue doing that. As long as they don't stop doing that, then I'm good. Because I mean, people pay for stuff like that.
I understand that. I understand that, Baron. You said you don't trust the companies, and CHAREECE, I know you said that we don't own them. But you have ever ordered a physical game, ordered it online, and then come on time?
Oh, and another one too. Girl, listen, that's a good one. Another one too is what about your music?
Right.
No,
what about your shows?
What about your TV show?
Right.
I mean, let's be real. This is the last medium or industry to make this transition.
Right. And entertainment. Yeah.
Period. Movies, all that. My digital library. I still got my library for all the movies I bought.
You sound like a curmudgeon old man, Baron. I buy DVDs. Like,
no, we buy Blu-rays, Blu-ray discs.
I used to.
DVDs, not even Blu-ray.
DVDs, right?
Oh, you showing
must
your age
be from the barbershop. Let's see.
You know, I used to read that and see that. I think of when we were at PAX and dude was selling his CDs. I'm like, bro.
Yes, when you was handing them out, I was like, I don't even have nothing to play this on, bro.
Like, where we gonna play this?
A blue box?
Right.
We had no blue box.
Like, you gotta
are you on Spotify? Like, they got an indie section. Are you on Spotify? Like, I need to know. Like,
yeah, for real. I mean, it was wild. It's like even for us, we had digital business cards.
Right.
Why are we wasting paper and all that stuff?
Legit.
Like,
I never forget. It was a few years back when I went to it was E3 or something, and I had this. I knew it was over.
Yeah.
For physical stuff, I had my business card, and I was giving it to somebody, and he looked at it and he gave it right back.
Like, I ain't holding.
I'm like, did this man just give me back my business card, bro? He's like, what's
yeah,
your email? I'm like, okay.
Even like taking pictures of them and handing them back to the person. Like, there you go.
Remember when I first went to E3 and I bought the fucking business cards and handed them out, and then like 2019, it wasn't even business cards no more. It was, let me get your scan. Let me get your scan.
QR code, boom.
Yeah.
You know, that's all they need.
Oh, matter of fact, I need to redo it. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for reminding me. I gotta redo mine.
Man. Our chat got some. Well, you know what? We love y'all.
Right? Y'all y'all just kicking and screaming, getting old. Man.
Adapter? Okay, look.
Yeah.
Foxfire is dying on that physical hill. I am not mad at you. You are a collector. You can probably flip the physical items that you have, but it's the convenience for me. You don't know how many times I got off work and I wanted to play the game that I wanted to play, and then I had to go to fucking GameStop and then wait in line, then get the game, then catch the bus back home.
I don't miss that. I don't miss that at all. I don't miss that.
And then if it's scratched or not working in any shape or form, I got to go all the way back.
What the last draw for me was when I was getting a game for my husband's birthday, and they gave me a new game that was opened, and they tried to sell it to me for new. I was not having.
They do that. I'm like, no.
I told them, I said, when the dude handed me the old game, I was like, this shouldn't be open. He's like, that's how we do it now. We check all games. It's like, this brand new. So I didn't buy the game there. I was like, you know what? I ain't buying the game here. I went to Walmart, got the game brand new from Walmart, walked back in there and was like, this is how a game should come brand new. Walmart is not over there opening their games like that. Not a brand new game. I was pissed. 38.
What game was it?
I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you, but it had to be
Abracab, you out here buying CDs?
Oh my God, yes.
Ooh, all right. This is our demographic. Like, this is telling us. This is telling.
Look, y'all old.
Anywho, I have a problem with vinyls. Vinyl,
Vinyl
is different. You can be a collector's piece. It could be, you can have, a small collection. You can use it on the wall for artwork.
That's right.
That's different.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think we'll see a time like just like how with that the vinyl came back? Do you think we'll see that for this? I doubt it, but crickets. Okay.
Look, I'm going.
Right. I'm good.
We good.
We could.
We could.
All right.
Adapt, please. Okay, never
Right.
mind. I'm done.
Yeah. So, Power World hit 25 million players. And
the last one.
Yeah, that's going to be my question, right? My question is that it hit 25 million players, but does this game have staying power?
No.
Because I don't think that they've made updates enough, you know.
It is in preview, so they got a chance.
Yeah,
right.
And I know that they announced like a roadmap and all that, but I don't really see as many people playing it anymore.
So you're saying that fall off about to be deep?
I think so. It's about to be like Nicki Minaj's latest single. It's gonna fall.
Steep. Oh, man, you know, so wait, it could be a situation where Helldivers took its steam. Quite literally.
That's the Power problem.
Yeah.
They knew it was coming out. They knew it was coming out.
Sometimes you'd be surprised. They might, different game.
Yeah, because you're like, so if Power World came out after Helldivers, would you have even wanted to pick it up?
Power World's on Game Pass, so.
Yeah, but you probably wouldn't have played the amount of time you played it.
That's a good point too.
It was dry. Like it came out strong because there really wasn't nothing to play.
I see.
You had everybody doing. I'm gonna tell you, in a 2-week span, like week 1, everybody was talking about Power World and how to go get the eggs and how to build a bigger base. The next week, it was fight for democracy, fight for liberty, and freedom.
Right. Yeah, I think that like the people that they're probably gonna whatever the numbers drop down to, that's gonna be their new level, right? Because I think that the people who wouldn't ordinarily play Power World have left. Yeah, the people who stepped in it just because there wasn't really nothing to play, they're on to other things. But the people who love like Pokemon, love those type of games, those are ones that we're probably going to keep playing.
Homie went to Call of Duty from Call of Duty to Power World, then went back to Call of Duty. I was like, damn, what happened? Delilah said it. I think we were talking about Power World one day, and Delilah said, damn, that sounds like a job. I said, shit.
Yep. That's why I didn't touch it.
You always say that shit about those type of games.
As soon as she said that, it was not as fun. It was not as fun.
Like, that seemed like too much. I don't like the survival game. I can't get jiggy with the survival games, man.
There's only one game I can deal with that, and that's RimWorld. And what she said
between them and roguelikes, y'all can have it. That's my least favorite genres right there.
She said that. I played it one time. It got less fun. A couple of days later, Helldivers came out.
Like, dang, she right.
I'm over here. I mean, and the developers like, look, we're gonna do updates and stuff like that. And if y'all want to play something else, that's fine.
They said they can continue to prioritize bugs and whatnot.
Man, look, if I can't go to LBOOGIE's world with my my high levels and my pals, then that's
like a big turn off for me.
All that work and you can't.
Yeah. And I feel like it's like a waste of resources too, right? Because when you think technically, like if each person is creating their own world, right? And you're also able to create your own server to be able to have more people come. Like I felt like they didn't present it well, I guess, because then you have everybody creating their own world instead of people building communities, which is really how it seems to be set up to play. You know, so like if everybody's making their own world, that has to be taking up a ton of resources for them.
Also, I think when we spoke about it like a while back about Power World, one of the problems for me was I don't mind doing all that other stuff if the world around me is lively or living.
Does it feel empty when y'all playing?
And you go from one save point to the other, you'll see trees and the landscape is all right, is appealing. But as far as you'll see a settlement, you'll see like 1 or 2 people there just chilling, or actual cities or towns.
Yeah, when you go like to town, it's like 4 motherfuckers standing in their
designated spot. This is not a
Like,
town.
it's not people moving around and stuff. It's like
ain't nobody in shacks. Ain't nobody
Right.
growing Ain't nobody growing.
Nobody in the fields or anything. And as you're moving through the world, the animals are like popping in as you're moving, so that you don't just see them.
Feel old,
and I think it's because it's so big and everything. Like I said, I think that it's eating a lot of resources for everyone to have their own world that maybe the game isn't able to do some of the things that we're talking about.
Like, that's one thing I noticed with Helldivers. It's like, I never forget, as soon as I jumped in the game, like, it was action off rip. Like, I feel like I was dying as soon as I jumped in.
There's just groups of them just roaming around, like, and as soon as they hear some guns, they're like, we coming to get you.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that? They like this. They like this. What's that over there?
Right. You hear them stop, I'm like, fuck, they see me.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think I have, like a Helldivers, I think I ran into like a few AI glitches, but it wasn't anything to completely pull me out of it, you know?
Yeah.
Power AI glitches was damn near you had to get if you like at a dungeon match with your pal and the pal that you're fighting with is stuck in a corner, you won't get them easy kills. There's rarely anything of like that at Helldivers. You die.
Man, we're gonna talk about this game this whole show.
Bro. We gotta get to it.
We keep saying don't talk about it, and we like,
Baron says Helldivers is a lifestyle.
That's what it's turned into.
All right.
I'm telling you right now, after I do the show,
all are like the babies.
I'm telling you, Sony got a legit banger. They got a legit banger. They just gotta nurture it a little bit. They got a little bit. They got a banger on their hand.
Wait, we're coming. We're coming to Helldivers. Okay. So the next topic I wanted to talk about was, kind of why we're watching the gameplay we're watching right now after weeks of speculation and spaces of grown men crying and, breaking their Xboxes and all kind of ridiculous bullshit that man babies do.
There's a shirt for that at the merch
there's
store.
a shirt for that. Rumors, right?
Rumor mill.
Rumor mill. The 4 games that were announced were the game that we're watching right now, which is Hi-Fi Rush. It took me a second. Grounded will be going to the Switch. Sea of Thieves will be going to PS5, which I feel like I was telling Jizzle, so many of the young boys that are in my daughter's grade that have PS5s, they want this game so badly. But yeah, so Sea of Thieves and Pentiment, right? I said it right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pentiment,
okay.
Yep.
Okay, so those are the games. Nothing crazy.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like these are perfect games to migrate to other consoles. I think that people need to understand that, and I feel like we've always said this, software has always been the driving force of the industry. This is where they make their money, not in consoles. And even Matt Piscatella, did I say it right?
Yeah.
Okay. Even he tweeted that the market is pretty much where it is for consoles. And if they want to continue to push software, everyone is going to have to spread out into other markets, which is why you've already seen Nintendo have mobile games. You see that PlayStation is saying we're going to start putting things on PC, and day and date will be coming. Mark my words. I've said it a bunch of times on the show, and now we have Xbox moving certain titles that are probably studied by people who study trends much more than me to know that these games will do the best on other consoles. So,
yes.
How do you guys feel about the games, and how do you feel about the multi-plat change?
Can I go first just to get it over with? So for me, I'm okay. As far as the games, I understand it. The fangirl in me don't like it.
Yeah.
That's it. The fangirl in me is just screaming because it's like I care about the brand recognition, identity, and having great titles associated with the brand. Like that's what I care about, and I care about competition and longevity, right? Then that's literally the only reason. outside
So
of
for
that, I
you,
think
as long as they don't have Halo, things like that on other consoles, you're okay.
long as they don't, because even like, long as they don't have anything that can be detrimental to the brand of Xbox, the brand itself. So what I mean is, like you mentioned Halo. Like for me, Xbox always had these set of titles and IP associated with it. Long as, and Phil even said it in the business update, long as it's not hurting Xbox. I think people missed that whole point when he was going into that. Long as it's not hurting Xbox, then it's fine. Like I feel like you gotta be smart enough to understand and know that, you know.
Right. Because we even saw, I think it was this month, that PS5 sales had really dipped, and then they made an announcement basically saying that they think that they're at where they're going to be, right? They're at the highest point that they're going to be for console sales. And I saw a lot of people that were like shocked, and it's just like, but when you think about it, you know, many people keep pointing to the fact that, you know, the market is where it is, you know, as far as people who are going to buy consoles, and we have to start, you know, thinking of other things. You know, if you're going to continue to be profitable, you have to continue to grow.
That's right. Absolutely.
So.
Yeah, and especially when you see articles, we always see the articles of the massive layoffs and things like that. It's something fundamentally broken about this industry. Whereas these games are astronomically high, and then, you know, a great game will come out, people could play it, love it, whatever. But if it don't sell enough, studio close. Like, it's not like it was back in the day where you could afford to fail. Right now, it's huge risk. You can't even afford to make a bad game. I mean, just to give you an example, think about Final Fantasy. What was it? Recently came out, the one that was on PlayStation 16, right? The team that, you know, it came out. Team, it wasn't like it sold bad. It sold decent. You know what I mean? But the team got disbanded. You know, so what does that say about the growth and health of the industry? So sometimes, you know, it could be anybody. It could be Microsoft. It could be anybody. Sometimes you got to make these moves, and that's why, you know, you're going to see more PlayStation games on PC. You know, it's just going to happen. Like, so we just got to prepare ourselves with stuff like that. So for me,
and I think, sorry, go ahead. No.
I was just gonna say, so for me, I understand as far as these 4 games and you know, those communities and growing those communities, I understand it, right? I mean, that's one thing. Like I just understand it, but you know, I'm a fangirl. I'm selfish. Look, like if it was me, I ain't give you anything.
So I was thinking too on another side is, we know that people don't want to pay more for games, right? We see that people are saying this is not a $70 game. People don't want to pay more than, you know, what we've been paying for quite a while, right?
Right.
Maybe this is also something that they're doing to try to combat that, right? Like if we sell this game in more places and it's able to sell well, then we don't have to raise prices for the base console community. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I think there was even in that business update, there was a analogy that Phil tried to use. Like you could either take your current audience and try to charge them more, or you could try to look for new players in other markets and you know, provide a game that's probably no longer has traction, no longer being played, numbers aren't increasing, just flat, and get revenue on the back end. I think it's a smart play financially, purely, right? I mean, you want to make more money in order to fund a sequel? Absolutely. You know what I mean? I get, like, I'm not saying I don't get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just,
I know. I think for me, probably more so than other people, I'm able to see that, and it always just, I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like I see the business side of it, and I just understand it. So it's just, I'm not upset about this because I see, you know, like I know why they're doing this. And I think we pointed to all the things, right? Like this is going to help all the you know, publishers to, or the big 3 to keep prices low for us who have been there for a long time, and to have longevity on some of these titles, because like you said, it's been one of the issues in the industry is that we can't get new titles, new IPs to come out. People don't want to put money into new IPs because we don't know if they're going to sell well. Well, if they're selling to a greater pool, you're going to have a better chance of success.
Okay.
Lady, do you have anything to add?
I do.
Go ahead.
I understand the business aspect. I learned from you guys, Boogie and Delilah. That's why I love you. No, ain't no but. I love that y'all taught me the back end of gaming to understand it better. So if I wasn't educated on that, I probably would have been the average fangirl upset at the fact that they're going over there. You know what I mean? And when I heard the news, I was like, oh, okay, that's nice. You know what I mean? Because I learned from you guys, but part of me is like,
yeah,
you know, the likes of the fangirl in me were like, damn, for real? But they didn't give us nothing. Right. That's the fangirl in me. This is what CHAREECE would say, but they didn't want to give us nothing. But we got to give them something. I'm gonna pull a CHAREECE for you, CHAREECE. That's what CHARECE would say. You know what I mean?
Right. And I know that I'm like unusual, right? Because I can play wherever. So
but now they saying, it does. You know, they saying like not of an elitist of a sense, but just because you got everything, you judging what the next person have and stuff like that. But knowing that if you ain't step your game up in the year of 2020, when everybody was getting paid, I don't understand. I just don't understand.
I think that's also like why, you know, a reasoning behind it, right? Is that, you know, like everybody doesn't have everything.
Yeah,
and it's just the fact.
Is it by choice
but everybody has a choice to do with their money what they want to do with their money.
Right,
so somebody's going to do other stuff. So if they choose to only have whatever console they have, they should be able to play everything too. And I get that.
Yeah. Also with the news, we always ask for accountability for like Sony ponies and them being so negative and stuff like that. We also got to take accountability on the Xbox side as well, because what I saw was
ridiculous.
You were going off the deep end, burning bridges like left and right.
That's a them problem. I just don't think it looked good on that person's character.
It wasn't smart.
It wasn't smart either. And for you to act that way just because things are going to multi-plat, but we have been saying for years that, you know, this is eventually what might happen, especially with the Activision Blizz deal, King deal.
Yeah, I mean, all those games, like Activision Blizzard King is all multi-plat. So,
like, and do you think all the King games are gonna come to Xbox only? Like, there was people that actually thought through that deal that everything that they got under that umbrella was only going to be on Xbox, and they know and what I was educated on is that it's not the best business sense to do that. You know what I mean? Not for me. That's, you know, education.
I mean, it's multifaceted. Like I look at it. It's so multifaceted. And you know what's so good about this is that Jez Corden, he actually released an article of talking, pretty basically laying all the outcomes. I read it this morning. It was really well done. So shout out to him for just kind of putting it all, like things he see. Even he brought in Apple and Google into the play. I thought that article was so good. So if you have any chance or you want to take some time, it's pretty lengthy, but go check out his article. I think he did a great job of summing it all up. But another thing too that, and I even posted this on Twitter, that I have concerns about is the whole third party support and competition part. Because you still have, if let's just hypothetically, let's say if all games, you know, a large majority are all gas games or all whatever. I don't even know. To be transparent, I don't know what's going to happen. Right? None of us do. So let's say hypothetically something like that happens. Right? Well, what does that mean for third party support? You're going to have developers that feel like they can only develop for, you know, PC and PlayStation. And so you shrink the Xbox console portion. Not Xbox as far as PC support, because games are going to go on Steam, but Xbox as an ecosystem, I think, will take a hit because now you're shrinking the console part of the business, that because games are not being put there. It's not a one-to-one translation, that third-party support. We already see, and to me, it's detrimental too because of the fact that we already see publishers, major publishers, not like, the one-off mom and pop shop publisher, but I'm talking about like your Capcoms, your Namco Bandai, like your Team Ninjas. They're not putting all their titles on Xbox. So to me, you already create a problem, with, okay, so you're setting it up so that, okay, the only console I have to buy is PlayStation. All the games are going to go there by default because all these third-party publishers are supporting that platform. Why should I buy a console? Now, sure, I can play the games on PC and maybe I interact with your ecosystem on PC, but the console space will begin to suffer. And so me being a primary console player, that's what I worry about. Because I prefer my preferred console is Xbox. I want all my games to be on console, on Xbox, period. Because that's the way I like to play. You know what I mean? So you're already coming in shorthanded. I'm already coming in with the games aren't all the games aren't there. I'm already not gonna get the same experience as all these other console players are gonna get. I'm already not, it's like it's a value prop. And so when you start weighing apples to, it's never gonna be apples to apples. When you start weighing apples to oranges, because they're just different platforms. And to me, Xbox is just better. But as far as its software support, it's, the cloud saving being built in, being able to jump from device to device, everything's just better there. Controller, everything's better to me. That's my bias. So I want things on my platform, and I want to be on my couch playing. Forget drivers, forget trying to worry about frames. Like who wants to do that? I don't want to do that. That's not the life I like. That's not how I like to play my games.
I try to stress to people who say that they're gonna buy a PC that it's not the same as having a console.
It took me 3 hours to play Helldivers. 3.
Yeah.
If I was playing on console, I just put the sucker in there and I'm playing.
It's much better now though, because when you started, it was real spooky. I'm
still annoyed by it. But go ahead.
So yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Just that you are allowed to play what you want in the console of your choice. My thing is, if you know damn well, if you know you don't like the Xbox, sorry, I know that couldn't come out for nothing. For that platform, and now since it's going multi-plat, you're leaning into, okay, there are some PlayStation, owners that be like, okay, that's cool, that really genuinely enjoy gaming, and they're gonna welcome those titles. But all the rah-rahs that y'all was talking about, wishing a certain title was gonna be on the PlayStation platform, especially Hi-Fi Rush in this case, y'all better support it. Don't just be.
I mean, they
support it. Y'all talking all that rah-rah. Back to I'm gonna be sure y'all talking all that rah-rah of wanting Xbox games on the PlayStation. CHAREECE. Y'all got the rah-rah to say I want these games on the PlayStation platform. Now y'all got them. I need y'all to speak with your pockets, because if y'all not, if these don't be successful on a PlayStation platform, somebody is capping. Somebody in these gaming streets is capping, because from what I saw, was totally.
And see, for me personally, I try to look beyond that because I know it's bigger than that.
I know it's bigger than that, but people resort to that though. And we see it all the time.
The loud banter on Twitter, the loud is the loud minority. Like they like the loud least of, that's the thing. And then some people don't understand that, but. And it's just that's why it was really weird on Twitter with that whole thing. I was just like, what's going on? To me, it was just like, I don't know, but
I would say it like this, and I'm gonna let it be. I worked hard because I worked my ass off to be able to play the games on all the platforms that
right. But you know that in its own is still a minority thing. Like a lot of people don't have all the consoles. A lot of people don't have, I got everything. Like you said, you worked hard to obtain that, but people they're not trying to drop 500 for this and 500 for that. They're gonna pick one,
right,
and then probably dibble and dabble on PC, and that's and they probably won't do that, and they probably will play on their mobile phone in some cases, or they got a Switch, they'll probably play on that, whatever. So most people pick one or two, and boom, and done, and that's it. So it's regardless, either way it goes, it's going to be uphill battle. It doesn't matter. People like what they like, and it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see like how this all plays out. I can't wait to see.
I agree. Cause just because you like what you like, it may not be the thing that you wanted to be in the future. So if you really like what you like, you better be ready for the adjustments and changes that comes with that. And that's gaming. That's life. Life.
So I can tell you now, I have all the consoles, but do I play them all? No.
Man,
I don't have the time. I barely can, make time to play what I have. Mm-hmm. So it's I have it because because of the podcast and the space that I'm in, and I love the gaming industry. So I try to make sure that I dibble and dabble and play a little bit of everything. But realistically, like, I'm mostly 90% Xbox. Everything else I'm on there only if y'all asking me.
Yeah, it's the first time I've probably played my PS5 consistently since it came out. Like since God of War,
and that's because you forced it though, because you got held down.
Right.
See,
like,
I wasn't
got it on my PC
because I love my Xbox controller, so I wasn't doing that.
And I love the Xbox controller. Don't get me wrong. Do not chastise me, but I do love the pressure triggers on Helldivers.
Oh yeah.
That does
that
help with the tension.
Yeah.
Like when you're throwing the grenade and all that. Like I would love for that to come to the Xbox controller, but the way it feels, I'm
gonna break it. I already got a purple one in the cart.
Oh,
because they kind of fight you a little bit. It fights you when you try.
No, it's like
she has the older one too. I think we found out.
So, but the thing is, though, it's this part that gets me.
Yeah,
it feels.
I need
the right
even
range,
with the Xbox side,
I
mainly have the Elite. So I need that grip. Like I
need that beefy.
Grip.
I need that beef. I need that weight. I need
that weight. Oh, the weight of the Elite.
The grip. Amazing. The grip and the weight of the series controller is so much better. It's so much better. I can really. I go through controllers a lot, and versus this one, I know they had like a better, like an updated version of this controller, somewhere down the line. And I probably
got an Elite. They got like an Elite.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just I understand where Delilah coming from, because just the weight,
I can't play on anything else. I swear. It's just
it took me about like a good couple of hours just to get the rhythm of this place.
Oh my god! When I first started playing Helldivers, it was just like annoying as fuck because it kept saying press X, and I'm pressing X, but I'm pressing X on the Xbox. It's a different spot.
Is that it's in the circle spot? Like
it's in the square spot.
Yes, in the square spot. Yeah, circle is the
yeah. I just love the way it's so light. It's so light. I know the right. I know I can break. I know I'm. Give me by the summer. This is gonna be gone. You know what I mean? But if you can try to play as much as you can wherever you can. I just personally think, as far as like content creators and podcasters and stuff like that, if you won't talk about it, just play the games. That's all I ask. Because for like the last couple of months, we've been steering away from actual gameplay conversations into business and sales and numbers.
Yeah, I hate
it. And not experience of the games that are actually coming out. And I don't like that. And I think maybe it'll be the best decision for me that maybe certain people or certain situations or certain content creators is maybe not going to be on my radar or not me paying attention to them as much because of what have they become.
Yeah, I think it's overreaction. They over
yeah.
It's just all, all it is. It's all it is and all it was. Just a huge overreaction.
And then the worst part about it is, like, people would say, yeah, ladies, you are right. You know what? People are talking about this and that. They're not playing games. They're always talking about it. They're doing click and bait action and stuff like that. But you know what?
Engagement baiting, yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? I see you guys, the same guys that be telling me that, be the same ones that be on the podcasts, be supporting them, be sharing them out. So you're contradicting yourself, trying to school me like I don't know. So just, I'm gonna say adapt until y'all don't. I'm gonna shove it down your throats when it comes to adapting to this gaming space. That's all I keep saying. I think we as a unit are adapting to the gaming space, and I think that our counterparts need to do the same because eventually exclusivity ain't gonna be here no more. I'll give it 2 years tops. It ain't gonna be here no more, and everything's gonna be everywhere. And then what we are gonna talk about then?
I disagree, but
you don't think everything's gonna be everywhere?
No, I think there always gonna be something to differentiate the systems. Mm-hmm. It's always gonna be something. You got to have that value prop. Period. Mm-hmm. And it sounds nice, it sounds good, but it's either gonna be one or the other. Hold on, because they gotta have that value prop. You got to make your product stand out, amongst the rest. Mm-hmm. And right now, of course, a lot of people, the thing they keep gripping to is, okay, well, the biggest value prop for Xbox is Game Pass. That's true. I mean, it's a really great service, but not everyone's going to buy into that service. You know what I mean? So it's, I think it's always going to be, I feel like I'm the only person that think that. Everybody's on this because this is what they've been reading about and what they're seeing and da-da-da-da. I'm the only person that's like, I don't see that happening. I see Sony holding out. Sony got enough IP. Nintendo especially. Nintendo don't. Nintendo
where everybody's kumbaya tomorrow.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Nintendo is notorious and known for nurturing their IP and having a wall garden around their system. So I don't see it happening. Not everything everywhere. Not for everybody.
Okay, I'm talking about in the sense of Nintendo and Sony and PC. I should have been more detailed on that. Nintendo always gonna be Nintendo. I think the thing with Nintendo is that they got their own niche and stuff like that. But my only issue is their UI, their interface on the Switch, they ain't got no achievements. They ain't got no party chat. They just got a thing to play your games. And I think they need to adapt to what we like.
And usually they know what, I mean, that has been working for them though, right? Like it's like, if it ain't, what's that saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you still got a Switch. So
you still bought one, right? You still bought one. You still
excuse me. Technically, I didn't buy it, but yeah.
It don't matter. You still got it. They still got it.
You get where we're going with this, though. You, like, don't look at it in personal terms or as like an attack or no. Personally, it's just more so like you still
own it.
You still own it.
Right.
You still
like, meaning people are still purchasing them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, regardless of all that. They only for what they be like, man. It's a mobile device. Why would I need people think in different ways. Like they don't look at it. It's like, oh, it doesn't have this. It doesn't have that. They look at the games it has. Games is king. Content is king. It's all about the games. Point blank. Period. And check that. Underscore that and check that 1,000 times. It's all about the content. You make great content. People will do whatever they need to do to play it. For instance, Helldivers 2. I feel like I had to play the game. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do what's necessary in order to play the game. Content is king. You think people don't see that? FOMO is a real thing. People see Helldivers posting the numbers and everybody playing that game. FOMO is huge.
FOMO is real.
So I'm just saying.
All right. So the last topic that we have today, before we get into tidbits and outros, all that good stuff, questions, which we're not going to do a ton of questions today, but if you have questions, you can put your questions out, put the question in question. And our last topic is going to be Black Voices in Gaming. Game Industry Biz has a series for Black History Month called Black Voices Progress Report. And the reason why I added this, because I haven't really seen anybody do too much else. And I think that has been the trend overall, I feel like, this Black History Month. And I think there's a few contributing factors. I think a lot of Black folks are tired of educating folks. I think you have a time where people are tired of hearing of it. I've even seen some attacks on Black people this Black History Month where it was like, making it into us celebrating being some type of attack on them. So I added this article and it kind of talks about the game industry biz, but I think it's, it plays into tech and maybe even larger across corporate America, that a lot of people are feeling like we took 2 steps forward to take 3 steps back. And I don't know if you ladies got a chance to look at the article, but I wanted to talk about it.
I didn't get a chance to look at it, but
okay. Well, do you guys want to talk about it, or you want to leave it at what it is?
I mean, we could talk about it. I think it's definitely, it's something we should discuss. I mean, I think, and I'm just kind of, trying to just listen to what you're saying and paraphrasing a little bit, but I definitely can understand where they're coming from. It's definitely very evident. It's like anytime you mention anything associated with, inclusion or, for the culture, so to speak, they're associated with a negative connotation, and it sucks. You know what I mean? It's the DEI attacks and everything's woke and all this. It's annoying. It's like you can't get any real support, and it's unfortunate. And I hate that it's become like a hot trend right now.
Right.
And because I still think, I mean, the unconscious biasness is still very real, and so for that to all of a sudden cease to exist, it's weird. But some people have their beliefs, so I understand and get that too. But
one of the quotes from the article was saying, during lockdown and COVID, the needle started to move in a progressive direction, but I think now it feels like we're going backwards. And I think that's kind of like what you're saying, like now, like after all that, now there's like an attack.
They associate it with like pandering, and which I get, and I completely understand that, because for a while it did feel like it was pandering, like, Well,
it's almost like they're proving the pandering point, because everyone had their black circles and we stand with you and all that other stuff,
right?
And now it's like, what's happening? And they even mention with all the layoffs, which typically tend to affect all the new Black and brown people you just hired. It's like, what was that even for? Right.
Yeah, I mean that's why the whole 2 steps forward, 3 steps back thing makes sense, because it was one of those things to where it was like prior to that it was silence, not even because we start seeing different people and different cultures on these huge gaming websites and all this stuff, and it was just kind of sudden, and then now it's just kind of like it's flat, and it kind of is what it is. But
people, I think people and companies took advantage of the woke movement just to highlight creators and games and stuff like that, so they could be focused directly on that company or that product, I would say. And then when shit went back to normal, this is my tinfoil hat. When it got back to normal, I had to say that first. When things got back to normal, it was like it wasn't a need for that. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna take a quote. Janae, she this is very important. The quote from the article was like,
Oh, it's 2 articles. So the one that you're talking about now is the one with Janae.
Yeah. Yes. I think it's difficult to be a Black game professional in 2024 because everyone thinks that diversity is just a one-time push. I want to fight the good fight and help move the industry forward, but I feel I can't get the support that I need because other professional hands are tied, she says. So I think we just have to collectively work together. As far as my level, as far as a content creator, as far as a streamer, as far as a podcaster.
One thing that with all of that just always kind of stood out to me is that anytime you would see, well, they hired a Black person or a woman in a certain space, it's immediately question their credentials immediately.
Yeah,
like they don't second guess it when it's a different race or gender, and it's
funny because I want to touch on what Rain just said. I don't want something or promote it because I'm Black. When?
Right, same.
When though? When?
Right, but when? That's true. That's true too. That's true. It's both. It's like because I don't think that layered. I think, it's so layered.
Right, like I think for the most part, most of us would agree. Like I don't want you giving me anything.
That's right. I earn everything.
At the same time, when is that happening? Especially in corporate America. When is that happening?
Yeah, because you still gotta be able to do the job. You can't just that's the thing.
Because if you don't do the job well, then they get to say,
yeah,
we hired this Black person and they didn't do the job well, so now we're not gonna hire other Black people. Y'all realize that, right? Like we have that weight.
And that's why why do you think, and that's why you see a lot of Black women in high places, because they know they got to go 20 toes 10 times, put in 30 times the effort just so they won't be looked at. It's like, I was a diversity hire. You gotta go hard or go home. Otherwise you're going to be put in that box.
Hallelujah. Right? Holla back, girl. Let me tell you, I be working coffee and I personally seen how certain people get it easier and get into higher positions, and I have to work harder. And I'm keeping it $1. I don't want nobody in my job thinking like I can't do my job, or I just got hired for my job to be like this. Dude. I'm gonna tell you, some people thought when I got promoted from barista to shift lead, there were people saying that, oh, I don't think she's gonna get the job because she's not gonna pass the background check. I looked at him like, are y'all serious? You know what I mean? As hood and slightly ghetto that I can act, and how loud and off the wall I can act, for them to like look at me and think like, man, she might ace the shift lead test, but she's not gonna do that background check. They're gonna get them, they're gonna find, and when they didn't find nothing, they were like, you know what I mean? So it's not only just in the video game.
I get so tired. I mean, I hate that. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I get so tired of that whole diversity hire trope. It's unbelievable, man. It's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You work hard, they're gonna judge you for that. You don't work hard enough, they're gonna judge you for that too. So
okay, if you're not doing enough, then they're gonna judge you for that. Or they don't look, but they don't see the sales. They don't see the sales or the contribution that you actually give to the company to actually see some growth or see some positivity in that. But just because I look like this, that I gotta work. It's not just that. It's just not that. I'm sorry. You just don't know how hard it is for Black women in general to work in their respective fields and get the recognition that they deserve, and get compensated as they deserve, and get promotion as they deserve. And it seems like when it comes to Black History Month, it's always a problem. It's always somebody saying, well, where's a white month? Or where's a white man's month?
Right.
And that shit always trips me out.
It be tripping me out because
March, April, May, June,
it is
July.
But we go through it. We celebrate. That's why I said we celebrate our W's, our big, nor big or nor small, especially in this field. W's, we gotta, share our struggles and celebrate our W's. I'm sorry, that was a rant. I apologize.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry.
That's how we do it.
And so we can only speak to it because we're in it, right? We see it. We've dealt with it, especially being in corporate America.
We're only talking about our personal experiences.
Yeah.
Right. And being in corporate America, you know, and because I dealt with a lot of it prior to joining Microsoft, you know, and I remember like all of it. I don't deal with it now, but I remember those moments, you know, and the struggle, if you will, of a lot of it. And it's unfortunate that people still have that, you know, that closed-mindedness about it. And then like the comments on Twitter, like it never like I remember when they had recently announced, you know, with Sarah Bond getting, you know, becoming president of Xbox and all the negative comments that came with that, or the lady they hired for Activision Blizzard. Yeah, like all the negative comments to that. And of course you see the positive ones too. But it's like people gonna always question it. I couldn't even look because
it was like
it's unbelievable,
off, you know.
Yeah, it is enough to piss you off. You know, it's like why do
even
that?
Look at like where she went to school, graduated from, like we don't get
like we don't even get exactly. You don't even get considered if you don't have that. Like you don't even get you don't get invited if you don't have a.
If you're making the grades, if you're making
you gotta have how else you
and then once you get there you have to continue to
or that whole the perception that they think your education was free. Somebody told me this was shortly after I graduated from college, and I remember it was eating lunch or something with somebody, and some lady said to me, well, my education wasn't free. I'm like, mine wasn't either. I got student loans to this day. What you talking about?
I was gonna say,
what you mean?
Pay these loans?
I
just made my payment yesterday.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like,
and this is somebody coming from the military who, even in the military, I'll let you know that they take advantage of a lot of Black and brown people when they come into the military. They know they don't know the system, and that things that they're supposed to get paid for, they literally will not pay people things that they're entitled to, because they don't have the knowledge that they're entitled to that. Okay, so
it's. I don't personally want to be a Debbie Downer or nothing of this particular topic. It's for the chat to understand that we all going through like different things because of who we are, and we just gotta let people understand that it ain't like it's not because who we know or what we look like. It's because we bust our ass and are respected.
I can tell you right now, I would not have my job if I didn't have a master's degree in what I'm doing. Period. Point blank. Period.
Right.
With all the education and training and the years of experience I got, I would not have my job.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think
that was a good education point for Black History.
Yeah, I think that people should pay attention, go read those articles, read the highlights, uplift each other too. Like, we gotta really make sure that we're doing that. And that's really everyone. We gotta like uplift each other. There's the notion that there isn't enough for everybody is just something to keep us separate.
That's it.
Uplift each other. I'm talking to you.
We're talking to you. All right. So let's get into titty bitties or tidbits.
I like titty bitties.
I know.
Oh my gosh, y'all. Come on. Gotta be a little bit professional.
A little bit professional? Okay.
Titty bitties.
Tidbits are alternative topics.
It kind of makes sense though.
Yeah.
Titty bitties.
Because they're small. They're small. And
they're titty bitties.
Lila want us to be more professional.
Okay.
I really do. But whatever. Okay. I know it's all about having fun too. So
tidbits. Okay.
We gotta have our one silly thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
no.
What?
I'm hosting.
Oh, I was just
gonna do my tidbits first.
Okay.
So,
I can say nothing.
Avatar: The Last Airbender came out on Netflix. I've watched the first episode, and so far, I'm very much enjoying it. Like, I think they did a good job. I saw a lot of people say that they had cried in the first 15 minutes, and I do understand why, because like when you watch the cartoon and everything, they never actually showed the destruction of the air temples, and this actually shows that night. So is something I think that you like. If you read the books and stuff like that, they detail that. But they did this in the show, and you can see that they've changed some things, but it still doesn't feel bad. And the makeup and the costumes look so good. I mean, and the characters look great. So
how's the CG?
There's a couple of moments where you're like, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, okay. It don't pull you completely out of it.
Right. It don't pull you out of it, and it's not as bad as Halo's first season. So this
Halo first season
on
was
point. This season,
yeah, I'm loving this season.
Oh my god,
man.
I watched episode 4 yesterday. I'm like, yo, this is it. I don't know why y'all wasn't doing this action the last time, but this is it.
And what's dude name that's playing Master Chief? He doing okay. He doing better. Okay. He doing better than last season.
Yeah.
He's doing better than last season for sure. So
I think that last season was just like too slow, too much of a build up.
Also, too, they probably was unsure because like it's new, and then it's a lot going on in Halo. Halo is that universe. Getting that right is they were trying to rely on too many things in the first season.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So,
all right.
Anything else? Any more tidbits for you?
Yeah. So I had the rumor is allegedly that the Switch 2 will be coming in 2025. Did you guys hear that? 2025.
Man, I ain't worried about the Switch. No, I didn't hear it. Where it came from? Where it came from?
What do you mean? It was on Twitter, going around like wildfire.
Oh man,
Jizzle put it in Discord too.
Oh man, I missed that.
Yeah, the rumor, the other rumor is that, and he put it in the chat earlier, is that Hi-Fi Rush will come to Switch, but when Switch 2 comes out.
I didn't know about. I didn't even see the Switch 2 part. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know about the Switch 2. I don't know.
You're gonna get it.
I bet you not. For what?
For one thing, you only get a rah-rah because I said I bet you'll get it. So don't try to act like that.
Somebody gonna get it for me because I'm not getting it.
I
don't know. I don't.
She gonna have it. It's gonna just take a few months. She'll have it though.
Like you act like you don't have FOMO. Like you don't have. I gotta have it just like the
all it's gonna take is a Mario Kart or something to pop on.
Look.
Everybody playing, and she's gonna be like,
"Here come lady."
The last time I played Nintendo was in November of last year. That's the last time I played it.
Listen, you play games just like we play games. You gonna see something and be like, "Yo,
right."
That's how it works.
Let me put $50 on every 2.
Right. Let me start putting this money away. Okay.
No, I'm good for that. Okay.
I was gonna allow.
You were like, it's 2 pair of shoes. I can do it.
Right. Now, why should be the price of $300 and it's one shoe?
You think I spent $300 on one shoe?
I seen I seen a couple 280s and a couple 270s.
Yeah. They out there. All right. So I was gonna let us talk about Helldivers in the tidbit section.
We talked about it all show.
We talked about the whole show. But if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. If y'all want to do your tidbits, that's fine.
Okay. As far as Helldivers is, don't ask me to play if I'm online and y'all ain't playing. You know how many times people have told me, let's go fight bugs together.
Right.
Bet. Ain't nobody there. One person showed up.
That's funny.
Yes. Add me. My name is the same on everything. LBOOGIE0208. Y'all can come find me. I'll be killing bugs and automatons later on this evening.
Yeah. So let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
My tip.
Asante read in for me. Thanks for coming through.
Yeah. So my tidbit is I'm sorry. If you haven't tried clearly Canadian sparkling water, please do it. I just had
some old ass water.
It's some good ass old ass water.
They had Canadian sparkling water since I was like 4. My mom.
You know what? And you know what? I'm about to order it on Instacart today.
Jesus.
It's so good. Look, there's just
something. If you haven't tried this old shit,
yeah. If you haven't tried this old shit, please try this old shit. It is so good. It's probably one of the best old shit you'll ever drink. And I'm telling you, coming from the horse's mouth. I saw an ad for Clearly Canadian. And I was like, when they brought this back? And I was looking for it.
Been around, yeah.
No, but see, on Amazon, they want like a 6-pack for like $42.
If you have a World Market near you, they've always had them at World Market.
I don't have a World Market near me.
No?
You
sure?
But you always surprised people don't have stuff.
Because she's in San Francisco. Like, there's no way you don't
there
have
is
a World Market.
Not near me. Not a bus ride from me.
Not near the job either?
No, that's downtown.
Are you sure, bro? Are you sure?
No, she gonna go
I feel like that.
She gonna look at the map like you lying.
I'm about to.
Well, she gonna send me a link like here's the World Market.
You know
she will do that. You know there you go. No, because so just to let y'all know something. Before I helped her find where to find Uncle Nearest in San Francisco. Me in Virginia. Yeah. Looked up where for her to find it in San Francisco.
Wow. And now I know where it's at. I'm gonna just next week. Matter of fact. I'm sorry, I just been spoiled.
We'll fact check you real quick.
You will too, Miss Receipts.
You already know I do. You already know I will. You already know. That's why I love it though.
We have a meme just for Delilah and her receipts. We have a meme just for that.
She'd be like, hold on.
I got the receipts. I think that was my only
tidbit.
Yeah, it was.
Oh man, do I got a tidbit? Play Banishers. What's the other one? Halo. I love the season. It's you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Vince Staples show. Damn, there it is.
I watched it.
You like it?
I haven't seen it.
So I laughed because the only parts that I liked were not him.
Oh, really?
So like the mom is super funny, which she's hilarious. She's like been in Black Hollywood like forever. And I find it hilarious that she plays like always these super hood moms when she's like the bougiest Black woman in
I loved her about the potato salad. Oh
yeah how she went to go find people, like who made the mac and cheese. Yeah I feel like she was my spirit animal there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so those are the funny parts. But yeah, Vince Staples show, it's not long, so you can get it done. I watched it while I was traveling last week.
It was yeah, I agree as well that all the haha moments really wasn't from Vince.
Nah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of his parts confused me, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Because he's Vince Staples, but his family know who he is, but like the general world don't know who Vince Staples is, but he know who he is. Something like that.
You ready to get to these questions? Or are we still doing
tidbits? You ain't got no
I know. Did you have to?
I already mentioned mine. It was Play Banishers and the Halo TV series.
Yes,
check
you
it
did.
out.
All right.
Okay. We only got 2 questions. That's
all right.
No, we got more than actually. I thought I was reading through them.
I started a couple.
Oh, okay. Oh,
you see it?
I know Stitch was saying that we miss his. That's his.
Nah, I gotta start. He was the first one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a tidbit. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Before we do questions, Michael showed me he requested this as a topic, but I told him that we would put it actually in the titty bitties. So he was like, I'm sorry, let me blow this up. Who made New Balance's shoes popular? That's what it was. That was basically the gist of it.
Well, because people are paying like over market value on StockX for New Balances.
Yeah.
That's what he put.
Grandparents' small walking shoes. The most basic.
I don't know, but there is a community out there that loves them shoes. More power to you. Spend your money on what you want.
I'm not spending no money on no New Balances.
Right. I'm not.
Somebody wore them and made them cool.
Them is Payless shoes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
I first saw New Balances. Okay, was that
that's.
list?
I'm watching.
They've come up since then, but yeah, that's where
They
I
have. I
remember.
know, but you know, that's where
284 New Balance shoe.
what you say about Twitter? Your mama named you Twitter.
Yeah, your mama.
That's where you started. That's where you stay for me. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that was it for me. My bad.
That was it. All right. Questions. We got them all started.
Yeah, I think that's it. I was looking through. I didn't see any more.
All right. So, question from Stitch: how long do you all give Sony before they start doing the same? Once they realize how much money Microsoft is making on those games, they already starting. The only thing they haven't done is say a day and date on PC. But for PlayStation to actually put a game that's and we got MLB baseball, MLB the show, PlayStation. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see.
I think we talked about it a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier in the show as far as the console support. I don't see that happening, but PC definitely.
Yeah, like I don't think you're gonna see The Last of Us or shit like that. But what was that motorcycle one?
Days Gone.
Days Gone. I feel like you see that on Xbox. You know, same type of thing. Like they aren't sharing the cream of the crop yet. That time is like
it'll be it's
in the future if at all. You know.
Yeah. But I mean, I got a question for Stitch. When are you gonna get a PlayStation 5?
Right. Or at least use your PC. What are you using your PC for? You got that big ass monitor.
He got the best, like one of
the deluxe, super ultra deluxe.
The Lila status type of setup, and then he don't play nothing on Xbox.
Setup is not that extensive. Come on.
To me, it is.
I'm Cameron. I'm lying.
To me, it is. I think to me, it is. And I like it. It's inspirational.
All right. Next question. From Pragmatic Eagle. Most people today... Oh, I haven't been putting it up. Sorry. Most people today have zero clue what the term woke actually means, stands for where or stands for where it originated. How do you ladies interpret the term? I think I put it on Twitter like earlier this week. Like what woke like actually is supposed to mean, and it means that you're supposed to be aware of shit that's happening around you, or you're gonna get left the fuck behind.
Right.
What she said.
But that's it. And so I just hate, like we talked about it earlier, like as far as people are trying to associate that term with,
just things they don't like,
or companies pandering to black people, or it's like you're right, it's a virtual signal on dogs for sure. It's wild.
That's what it's become. Yeah, it's like so wild. All right. Last question. From Rangy 4, character from DC or Marvel, you would have a video game or movie that doesn't have one.
I want a Poison Ivy movie, Origins.
Yeah, for me it would be a Rogue Origins.
Ooh,
movie. Yeah.
Oh man, Rogue. Oh man, that would be awesome.
You see that discussion they were talking about? They took her cakes away in the new.
I was so mad.
Why'd they do that? Why'd they do that?
So now she's got flat.
Some dude in the chat was like, Rogue got her BBL removed.
Yo, I'm so mad about that.
Like, come on, y'all.
I know.
You didn't know that was like one of the catalysts?
Right.
I'm like, what?
It's like she validated being thick. I loved it. Like, why did you take that out?
Rogue
representation,
was like okay. Black girl. She was Creole and shit. Like, girl, you want us. All right, Sharon.
Silly. But yeah, DC or Marvel, what would it? Oh man, they're already doing the one I want, which is Blade. So I'm happy about it. Yeah, that's what I wanted was Blade.
But they haven't done a Blade. You know what I mean?
I know that. I mean, they've already done a Deadpool.
He said that wasn't done before.
Wasn't done before. Oh shoot.
Somebody that don't have one.
Red, I like that. We need a Storm movie. I'm down with that too.
For real. And she gotta be like as sassy as she is. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like comedy. Yeah.
Let's see who else. We already getting a Wonder Woman, so that's
another one.
They doing a game. They're doing a Wonder Woman game.
Oh.
Yeah, because you said game or movie. Would you like?
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's, yeah. I got nothing. Because the ones I want are actually being done. So
right.
I don't have
I mean, that's good for you, you know.
Yeah.
Gambit, maybe. Gambit.
Oh yeah,
Gambit.
because if you have a rogue story, it got to be Gambit.
You gotta have Gambit in there.
Who gonna play
Just
Gambit?
call it Gambit and Rogue. Gambit and Rogue.
There it is. Damn. Who gonna play Gambit though?
Man, they'll find
somebody. I don't know, but yeah, they would definitely find.
They'll probably look for the dude who did the voice in the cartoon. That's the voice, and then figure something out.
Oh, the voice in the cartoon. Woo!
I'm talking about for a game. I'm not talking about for a movie. Now,
for a movie,
I'm thinking about the show and that voice.
A TV show and a movie. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, because the person who had played Rogue in the movies, I know she was on True Blood, but I didn't like her as Rogue.
No, I didn't like her as Rogue.
She did okay. She did okay.
Nah. She didn't have like
the wig, man.
She didn't have like curly hair, and she's supposed to be Creole.
She was too timid. She was a little bit too timid.
I know that.
Yeah. She was a little too timid. Mm-hmm. But to be fair, that was before she got the. So
hell yeah, Red. We need Southern Belle Rogue. That is what I want.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying. We need Creole, all that.
Mm-hmm. That was a suburban road.
I loved it.
It was a suburban road. All right.
They're gonna get all the shit if Rogue isn't Rogan in this new 97 series.
Yeah.
Which I think is coming out next month, y'all. Mm-hmm. So be prepared for that. All right.
Is that it?
It's that time. It's time for us to food o'clock. Time for us to get on out of here. So let's do our outros. Delilah, we'll start with you at the bottom.
Yeah, I like how Boogie always had the labels for her stuff. But Jess,
what are you talking about?
Yeah, you do a good job of going through the labels.
Of doing the labels. I be doing it in the background if I feel like I'm not gonna like offend you. You know,
but I'm just gonna tell you right now, it only happens when you're here because it's you know. I'm just telling you.
You just trying to put me in.
Look, we don't do that. Me and you,
Come on, y'all.
We try our best, Delilah.
Go look at the last show. Go look at the last show. You'll see. Like, yeah, they use no label. They do nothing, man. Like,
we tried our best. Hey, what?
We had a ticker at the bottom.
We tried our best. You had the music on too, right?
Yeah. If I'm there, you know the music will be on.
Okay.
But anyway, outros. Yes. So,
I guess I gotta be the project manager everywhere now, you know.
Listen, we gave you that, like that's yours, you know. We appreciate
I see it was real quick too. Like, okay, you can do it.
I'm full of free to not say nothing.
I'm not volunteering.
I didn't volunteer. I was voluntold.
All right, so back to it. So yeah, outros. So yeah, you all know you can follow me on Twitter, Delilah_HD. And Cashapp right here on GWG. Thank y'all for supporting us and for rocking out with us and for chilling and whatnot. And we enjoyed y'all and chat and interacting and stuff. And hopefully we'll catch y'all on the next one. So,
all right, Miss Lady.
I would like to thank everybody that came through and everybody that watched it on the repeat. Thank you so much for coming through. If I feel like it, I'll stream tomorrow. I also want to say that if I see anybody that I know in PAX East in Boston, bring your kicks out because I have a project coming up and it involves your sneakers / feet, not open feet, sneakers, shoes. So I have a project coming up. So
if you're wearing sandals in Boston, you need to get smacked.
Well, I hope I don't see that, but you know, it's possible.
You gotta go up to him and be like, "What are those?"
With the camera all up in it, and it better be not somebody I know, and I better not see no Crocs. I'm not saying have the flyest sneakers there. I just want to see what is the.
What if they have like the special edition Crocs, the Nezuko Crocs, or the what's the other one that they did?
It will be gas or pass. So, so just be aware if you see me in Boston with a selfie stick pointing at your feet, I'm gonna talk to you about your shoes. I'm gonna say hi, but I'm gonna talk about your shoes. Also, Gas or Ass Boston will be it's gonna be on gas or ass on Boston. So today I will be playing, I'm not streaming, but I will be playing Helldivers 2. So if you see me in the PlayStation land, just jump on the Star of Midnight ship and get suited and booted. That's all. And thank you for coming.
Said?
Thank you for coming. And
CHAREECE,
what?
Well,
what
I don't know you're about all them feet.
Anyway,
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, who cares, bro? But
it's like,
no, I don't think. Do you know the joke?
Delilah doesn't know the joke, but we'll tell her about the joke. We're gonna tell her about the joke, and then she'll understand.
Right.
If you see me in the streets, just say hi. In the gaming streets, just say hi. And thank you again for hanging out with us.
All right, and I am your host this week, Miss LBOOGIE. I appreciate everybody that came in to chat with us, to chill with us today. Please make sure that you share out the stream, tell people about us, and have a blessed weekend. Make sure you wash your hands, wash your ass, wash your face too. Apparently, you need to be telling people that, especially convention season. So we don't want to smell you.
I'm about to order like the hand sanitizer that you can put in your little travel ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not risking it. I'm not risking it.
Yeah, because Anywho's, love y'all. Thanks for listening to our shenanigans. And until next time. Yeah. All right. Peace.
Put some hot sauce on